I'm Joe Normal, and you're watching Guitar Tales with Dave Cohen and Scott Guitarmas. Have a rockin' day.
We have a fun one for you today. We're going to be talking about not so expensive guitars. Scott has been working very hard getting ready for this episode. He will be challenging me. He will be trying to stump me on the value of guitars. But before we get to that, as we always do, let's thank our sponsor of the show. Warm up. Do it in cold weather. Even more fun when spring kicks in. Confections of a Rock Star. Delicious, delicious treats. You got Rock there. And of course, I'm petting him right now. My pooch. I can get him pupcakes. It's a great place. Go check it out. Even if you're not hungry, even if you're not into buying, I guarantee you'll buy something when you walk out, like Alice Cooper did. It'll be great. And inside, I don't know if we're showing it right now. There it is. There it is. An absolutely fabulous burger shop. Absolutely fabulous. Look at that. Look at that icon Scott has for us there. It is fantastic. I believe it's Andy's Burgers. Did I get it right, Scott?
Andy's Little Burgers.
Andy's Little Burgers.
Little burgers with big flavor.
Yeah. Oh, I like the little burger with the big flavor.
So I'm wearing my game show host jacket.
I like it. I like it.
Fan of Gene Rayburn. I don't have the skinny microphone. We're going to use this instead.
I like that, the Gene Rayburn. And I'm just a villain in a bad James Bond knockoff movie with my little monitor.
You're the contestant tonight. So the object of tonight's game, it's not really a game, but it's going to be a little fun. We're going to put up guitars for you.
Yep.
With a little description, a minor description of it. And you're going to tell us how much you think this guitar costs. And then we're going to reveal the price so everybody can play along at home.
I'll get all the answers exactly right.
Yeah, I know
without doubt.
So I can't play. I have to recluse myself, but I'll be the host. So the host knows all the answers. That's what
the host does.
The little cards, you know. So hey, how are you?
I'm well. I am very well. Cheers, my friend. Cheers, my friend. In my day job, I just got off the phone with a reporter.
Oh.
So I can't talk about it here, but there'll probably be an article about something I do in my day job tomorrow.
Very, very cool.
Yes, yes.
So the name of our game is Tone Bank.
I love it. I love it. And you came up with that. I got to give you 100% of the credit for that.
This vision, this slide was created by AI. I said,
look at that.
I need a game show called Tone Bank where you can win guitars and money. So there you see the people in the audience are cheering. There's money on the stage. There's guitars on the stage. And, of course, our logo in the middle there with big, giant speakers.
Wait, hold on. So if you look at the graph on the left,
yeah,
it's $57.30.200.
Yeah.
I'm not quite sure what AI thought about that.
It's in pounds, I think.
That's, it's got to be something like that.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But I thought that was pretty cool that made that up.
It is.
So I'm going to switch over to game show mode here. And this is a fancy schmancy show. I mean, we have the Tone Bank theme song, which I'm going to play now for us. And welcome everybody to Tone Bank. My name is Zach Guitarmas. I'll be your host tonight. And we invite people from all over the country to guess the price of guitars.
Yeah, there we go.
And with us tonight, Dave Cohen. Dave, tell us about yourself, Dave. Where are you from?
I am a teacher from Wichita. I've been playing guitar for 12 years, and I would really love to win a guitar tonight.
Oh, awesome. So we have a lot of special prizes for you. We have Dinty Moore Stew and Turtle Wax.
That's right.
Okay. It's going to be great. Okay. Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
Yes.
Hold your applause. They are holding their applause. I wanted to.
That's right.
They didn't clap.
Thank you. No. Thank you. No. I didn't do that right. I know comedians do that when they contemporaneously want the applause and pretend they don't.
Anyway, okay.
No.
So let me bring up our first guitar here on Tone Bank, and here it is. This is the number one selling Fender guitar on Amazon right now. And by the way, we're going to have all the links to buy this stuff. My Amazon affiliate link, I get a little taste of the action. Doesn't cost you any extra money, just helps out the show a little bit. So we're not really raising money here for
No.
for Guitar Tales. Very, very minor fee, that a kickback, if you will.
Yes. All right. So I already have questions.
Yes.
All right. So is this a genuine Fender?
This is a Fender Squire Strat from the debut series.
Okay. It's new. Everything is new, correct?
Some of them are not new. Some of them are used.
All right. So this
specific guitar is new.
All right. I don't see a whammy bar. Am I right about that? No, there is a whammy bar. I can see it.
Yes. Oh, hold on. I forgot this.
Yeah, there's 12 pictures, I think, right? Okay. So it's new. I'm assuming it has closed machines. I don't.
Yeah, it might. It is high quality machine heads on it. It comes in two colors: the matte Dakota red, that is, you're looking at, and they make a matte black.
Okay. All right. So I think you have it on here for a reason. So it's not sort of a normal price for a new Strat.
Right.
It's a Squire, which we know is the cheapest model historically that Fender has always had, even though there's some great Squires out there.
Yeah.
And there's old Squires that are worth thousands and thousands of dollars. The first number that popped in my head is at time.
Mm-hmm.
$329.
And the actual retail price is $119 delivered.
Really? By Fender?
By Fender.
All right. So now I'm filled with questions.
Yeah.
I do not believe it's really a Fender.
Oh, yeah, it is. Well, it's probably made overseas.
That's interesting. So, you and I are both into photography. And if you remember back in the day, Nikon, which was sort of the Gibson, if you will, of cameras, they're not anymore really. And they introduced Nikkor Mat. Do you remember that?
Yeah, it was like probably their generic version of.
Yeah. So it was, it bore none of the quality of a real Nikon, but it shared a piece of the name. And they were much cheaper. So
yeah, I mean, it goes on with cars and all kinds of things. Cheaper versions of the more expensive.
But I like that you stumped me here. So I am in shock that guitar is $119.
And believe it or not, amazing reviews on like YouTube and stuff. Guys
really?
buying these just for the hell of it. Their wife can't even get upset when it's only $119.
Dude, I might be getting one of those.
All right, here's the next item.
All right. Well, now I've just lost all my confidence, by the way.
Oh.
I came in all cocky in this game.
Let me get rid of that.
Yeah.
Okay, this is a Gibson Les Paul 1954 gold top. Obviously used.
Okay.
Obviously more expensive. How more expensive though?
So there's P90s on there.
Yeah.
And it's a real 1954, not a reissue, right?
It is. No, it's the real deal.
It can't be less than 15,000. You have a good poker face, which is good for a game show host. Let me see the Let me see the jacket again. Yeah, that is kind of cool.
I wore it once at the Stone Pony. I think my wife's like, "You're wearing that?"
All right, 225,000.
You overbid. Actually, retail price is $25,529, and that comes from
1954.
Yeah,
because that's one of the very first years they had them.
Yeah, but that's if you had a cool $25K, you can snag one of those. Maybe the guy will come down $529 for you.
That is interesting to me.
Yeah,
and again, I have questions.
Go ahead. I don't know if I have the answers, but go ahead.
All right, so
I am a knowledgeable host, as you know.
All right,
I've been doing this many years.
Let me see something here. So, 1954 Les Paul. All right.
Maybe it's because it's got P90s on it. I don't know.
Let's see. Wait a minute. I wonder. if it's a reissue.
For $25K?
No, you're right.
I
You're
don't think
right.
so.
Let's see. I see reissues. All right, hold on. Custom. This is interesting. That just seems cheap to me. But maybe not. I mean, 1954 to me is something that Keith Richards wants to buy, because he's he could afford it and he's a collector.
Yeah.
That's really surprising to me.
Yeah.
Here's,
all right. Well,
I have my questions.
you overbid.
I did.
Listen, I'm just pulling these numbers off the internet for these pictures that go with the guitar. Like I have the actual picture that goes with the price of the guitar, and that's how
You
I
know
put
what
it all
though?
together.
Oh, they'll use reissue. Never mind.
Yeah.
But here's one for 18,000. A 1954 reissue for 18,000. This is interesting.
It looks pretty clean to be a 54. I got to be honest.
Yeah, this is.
But it didn't say anything about being a reissue. You got to watch out when you buy these expensive guitars online. Anyway,
This makes it.
Unless you go to a reputable place. God only knows what it could be.
Yeah, I am intrigued by this.
Could be a Chipson.
That's right. That's right. All right. You keep going. I'm going to do a quick Google here.
Here's the next guitar. Not the next show.
Hang on. This is fascinating to me. All right. Let's see. I'm ready.
This is an 88 Neptune USA made Kramer Sustainer from 88. I actually own this guitar. I didn't pay anywhere what it's worth now. And there's a bit of a range. This is a working, as mine is, a working Neptune Sustainer. The ones that are broken, you can pick up for anywhere between $500 to $700. But if they're working, it's more than that. And that's as much as I'm going to tell you.
Okay. But by the way, I am standing corrected because I am on CarterVintage.com. And there is a Gibson Les Paul 1954 Gold Top for $24,000.
There you go.
So I stand. That's way less than I would have thought.
And that is not a reissue price, correct?
I'm reading. Let's see. 19 set refinished. Let's see. It's a Stellar player instrument for those.
Maybe they're not saying.
They're not really saying.
Yeah.
So I wonder if that's the title of the guitar.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you know what we could do even after we do the show? We can do a little bit of research and maybe do a pop over. So I'm feeling $1,600 for that guitar.
And the actual retail price is $1,804.
Finally, now I go. I periodically will hit Facebook Marketplace, keeping my eye open for the split neck guitars, the aluminum neck Kramers, which I'm in love with.
Yeah.
And they're worth more. They're also a little older.
The value of this guitar has gone up dramatically. When I bought it, nobody wanted it.
Right.
Years ago, maybe like 20 years ago, plus
Yep.
years ago even. I think I paid $400 for it with the case. With the original Kramer case.
You know what? I'm having drinks.
It works. It takes 2 9-volt batteries, and the secret is you got to put shit 9-volt batteries in it. If you put in lithium batteries or anything too powerful, and I don't know if this is true or not, but if you put regular alkaline standard batteries in it, it doesn't overload the circuits and screw it up.
Oh, that's interesting.
So mine still works.
I'm having drinks with a dude in Tom's River tomorrow night, my girlfriend's nephew. He's got, I think, that exact guitar.
Is that right?
He was showing me. He got it as a gift. It's got all sorts of emotional significance for him. I'll have to ask him if it's that exact
pretty
model.
cool because I think they made a reverse headstock version of this with shark inlays on it. That was in '89. This is the one with the dot inlays. It says Kramer in the middle on the 12th fret, and it's got a genuine Floyd Rose tremolo on it. The pickup in the rhythm position, that's the Sustainer pickup that was created by Floyd Rose himself.
Yeah. Oh, you know what?
So way before Fernandez with the Sustainer and everything, he created the Sustainer pickup, I guess.
Was there a Kramer during this general time period that was a one pickup Kramer?
Oh, sure. We got one.
Because I think that's what his guitar is. I'm just looking at it now. I think he has a one pickup Kramer.
Yeah. Strikers, Berettas, we have one tonight we're going to play on.
All right, good. All right.
And here's the next guitar. Now, this is a custom Fender Stratocaster with a Frankenstein pickguard on it, Floyd Rose, and a kill switch, which was added. This is also from my personal collection.
Oh, so it's a 2023.
It says Fender on it, but is it?
Oh.
If you know what I mean.
Yes, I do.
And knowing I never pay a whole lot of money for any guitars I own, that was a huge hint.
Yeah.
But for our listeners at home and watchers at home,
Yeah.
how much when they might expect to pay for a custom job like that? Look at that paint job.
No, it's how much would Aaron let you pay?
Yeah.
You know,
That is the danger of revealing these prices of my personal collection on a show that 9,000 people watch.
Yeah. 9,600, I think. All right.
Confusing.
I'm feeling all right. So the guitar, even with your hints, don't. This is not my official bid yet.
Okay.
I would be in like the 600-ish range.
Okay.
But with the Aaron factor, I'm lowering my bid to upper threes, low fours. I'm going to call it 390.
And the actual retail price, including the added pickguard and added kill switch that I put in there. Ta-da!
All right.
$99.99.
That's a good deal.
Without the case, I already had the case.
That is nice.
And you've seen me play this guitar. It's pretty cool. I put a smoker in it. It smokes and it shoots fire out of the top of the neck. That's another thing I stuck in there. And never saw the light of a gig because we didn't get to play Halloween this year because everybody was sick or somebody died or I don't know what the hell happened, but the gig got canceled. And that was the end of that. So it's still downstairs, plays like butter, and we're going to bring it out and do some crazy stuff with it. But that's a really fun guitar. First song I played on it, Frankenstein.
I like it. Oh, I get it. Yeah,
I did, for real.
Yeah.
The next guitar is a company you know and love, IYV. Some people call it Ivy. This is an Ivy Rickenbacker copy. They're available on Amazon. They just came out. They just came out.
Oh, shit.
Brand new. And there's no way you're going to get the price right on this. I'm going to tell you in advance. This is a tough one.
Oh, so because I own an Ivy.
Yeah, so you have an idea of their price range, but even with that knowledge, you're going to be like, seriously, is that a misprint? No, it is not a misprint. And
all
again,
right, so that's
all the links to Amazon will be in the description of this video. And by the way, follow us, hit the like button for heaven's sakes. It doesn't take that much.
All right, so I know what I paid for mine, so I think. See, you're helping me a little bit. So, all right, so to go backwards, a used or a new Rick like that, is in the thousands.
Mm-hmm.
We know that it's the new ones are. You can't get a Rick for under a real Rick, a new Rick. And here's what I'll say even before I bid, is that my Ivy is outstanding.
You have an LP.
I do.
With a green see-through maple top and
it's gorgeous. It plays great. I will say though, it's got a little short that I have to fix, but it doesn't even take away from it because it's just a matter of me taking.
I mean, are these guitars roadworthy? I don't know. They look pretty cool. I mean, if you just want to bring it out for a Birds song or something. Yeah,
but once I fix it, it's very playable. The sound's great. There's just a little short in there that I have to deal with.
Yeah. Now our good friend of the show, Rosario Panzarella, bought one after he saw you talking about yours, and he absolutely loves his. In fact, he did a video for me on YouTube.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's
promoting
great.
Our show.
Oh, that's great.
We were talking about cheap guitars, and he goes like, I got to say, for the money, not even for the money, he goes, the playability, it came perfectly set up. The frets weren't sharp.
Yeah.
They were well polished. The electronics were great. Everything was great. And he still has it. And he still plays it.
All right. So I know exactly what I spent on my guitar.
Mm-hmm.
And your little hint is leading me to think this is less.
Could be.
Which seems impossible. So, all right. Here's my guess. All right. Here's my thinking and then my guess. my thinking is that because the Les Paul market's a bigger market in general to their perception than Rick, and because the people who spend not a lot of money on guitars will be less attracted to a Rick, they're going to sell it for less. So my number's 150.
And the actual retail price is on Amazon with free shipping, $165.
Wow. Now, are there? All right. Hang on.
They came out with a whole bunch of new models just over the last couple of months.
Is that was it well reviewed? Did you read it?
Didn't get that far. Most of the IVs, that I still call it IV, even though it's IYV,
right,
have good reviews.
This one has 71 reviews, and there were 4.5 stars, 4.3 stars
for a budget guitar. That's pretty impressive. Because if it was crap, they would have just sent it back in a heartbeat.
All right, this is a first for us. Hang on. That guitar will be mine in 2 days.
Well, you didn't use my affiliate link, you cheapskate.
Oh, shit. Sorry.
That's all right. I don't care. What am I going to be, $2?
Wow.
That was great. Okay, so we go from the copy to the real deal.
Yeah.
Here's a 66 Rickenbacker with a tremolo on it.
All right.
So is that a rare ass guitar or what? I mean,
it is
really, really good shape.
Wow, look at that.
So we're bidding on this exact guitar. So it's in excellent shape. It is not a reproduction. It is a real 66 Rick with a tremolo on it, which evidently is very rare.
All right, 6,800.
We're going right to it. Here we go. The actual retail price is
$5,500.
$5,500.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
I
spelled Fire Glow wrong. That's not supposed to be Fleur Glow. That's supposed to be Fire Glow. Let me fix that. What do we got in there? An extra L. There we go. Fire Glow.
Fire Glow. I got me a Fire Glow.
Thank you. The team in the back here is excellent. Yeah, excellent. Thank you, team. Lunch on me.
So the funny thing is, go back to the fake. Hang on.
Go back to the fake one.
My new guitar that I just ordered without giving you a cut.
There you go. So we got 4 knobs and a pickup selector switch. This has 4 knobs and what appears to be 2 pickup switches,
right?
Maybe. And the tremolo, of course.
And the pickups are the bar pickups, right?
But the pickups they made to look the same.
Yeah,
they get that like foil.
Oh, yeah.
Foil pickup type of deal. It's probably a ceramic pickup.
So what I see, you'll notice they both have shitty bridges.
Yeah.
Like really low quality bridges. So I like that they stuck with that. Like compare that Rick to like a Floyd Rose bridge. Like
right.
That looks like aluminum foil quality, on the bridge right there, right? Like
I don't know. I feel like if you hit that tremolo bar, and you certainly can't do any dive bombing. I think it's just for little.
Yeah. It'll just snap in half.
You'll completely throw the guitar right out of tune.
Yeah. So let's go back to my guitar. Hold on.
There it is in all its glory.
Let's see.
Congratulations. New guitar day for Dave, and he doesn't have to worry hiding it from anybody when it comes to the house. No, that's a good looking guitar. We'll see how bad the quality is. And we'll at 100% no fault money back, with Amazon. If you get it and it's crap, you can send it right back. And
the funny thing is,
no questions asked.
When you compare what's happened, with the price, let's say going out for a really nice dinner for 2 people, you cook at home one night and it's the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what's nice is for those of us, like I don't gig, you gig. My gig is now our new tradition will be once a year. You'll let me play a 3-minute song with your band like we did last summer.
Yeah.
And I'm afraid I might want to try something ambitious with you guys this year. But anyway, for those of us who like to get a lot of guitars, this new market that's out there is really amazing. It really is. And I think it's affording people who are not professionals like me an opportunity to enjoy collecting. And it keeps us playing more guitar by just having that extra guitar there. Yeah, it's not an investment purchase, of course, but it's
it's a happy purchase, right? And whenever you get a new guitar, it's an amazing.
Oh, it
gift.
is.
I love opening that box, and then it's meticulous. It's like a whole thing. I open the box very, very slowly.
Oh yeah, because the reveal is a big
The
deal
reveal is
too.
fantastic, and then they
It
have it
is.
in that bag with the rubber band. You get rid of that. You open the bag and you expose the neck, and then you pull out the body, and hopefully
Yeah.
it's in one piece. Because that's also a bummer. You get a guitar that's busted. That
Right, because when you're spending $165 on a guitar, they're not packing it very carefully.
Actually, no, they do arrive pretty well packaged. The Chipsons I gotten from China are extremely well packaged.
Well, what's funny? So I think I have a $20 shipment of like toilet paper coming. Like 140 more. Like that's like 6 packages of toilet paper, and I've got a new guitar.
You need to buy a toilet paper gun like the Smoking Jackets have.
That's right. That's
so
right.
Here we go. The next guitar for bids, and this is from our friends over at Vintage Guitar.
Oh, I love them.
We had Rick Taylor from Vintage on our show talking about these guitars, how they
the looks are gorgeous.
It may just look like a basic Stratocaster design, but there's other things going on there. There's lots of Trev Wilkinson modifications in these guitars.
Yeah.
The pickups are high end. You got to catch that show. It's amazing what they did with the nut and the tuners, how they're staggered, and the bridge is set up so that the G stays intonated, and there's a lot going under the hood.
Yes,
this guitar. Now this is obviously pre-stressed. This is their V6 line.
Yep.
In Luna Blue. Now this one you might get right if you remember the show. If you watch the show, you know exactly how much this guitar costs.
So I was looking at, they had, and I ended up not pulling the trigger. They had some 335s.
Yeah. Oh, they have a gorgeous.
Oh
gorgeous
my God.
thing. It's almost a shame that the name of the company is called Vintage Guitar.
I agree.
Because if you Google that, you're going to get 10 pages of vintage guitar shit. Norman's Rare Guitars.
Yep.
Checked out that documentary. Amazing. But it's the Vintage Guitar Company. Type that in.
Yep.
And you go to their website, and they do custom work. We went through all the stuff. They sell amplifiers and
they're real. They're a real company,
and they own the Silvertone brand. They're remarketing those.
Yeah. So here they sent this to you and I. So here,
yeah, with Jackson Audio, they
this
they made
thing
Silvertone tone in a box.
It sounds so good.
Yeah.
I mean, just outstanding.
And how heavy is that thing built? It's like,
I was just going to say, it's heavy.
It's got some weight to it. Yeah.
Yeah. It's got real heft. And Jackson, I forgot that it was Jackson Audio. And it's such a simple design. You just got, you got an in out.
Mm-hmm.
This thing, when he sent it, this has such a gorgeous sound.
It's got the gem light on it like the amp used to have.
Yeah.
The dials are exactly like the old amp used to have.
And you've got a little foot switch, and you've got bass, treble, gain, and volume. Just real simple. It's very old school. There we go. Look at that. Look how gorgeous that thing is.
And Jack White's been using those, I understand, or the amplifiers that they're made from. They're modeled after, I should say. It's not a modeler. It actually.
It's real.
Tonier guitar enough to where it sounds like a Silvertone amp.
Yeah.
What is it? The 1944 was it?
I don't remember the year, but
no, that it's not the year. That's the model number. I think it was 1944. I think.
Let me see
if my memory serves me correct.
And it might relate. Yeah, it is. 1484.
1484.
Yeah. And so now their guitars. What's misleading? So we just hopped off chatting about Chibson. We were looking at the Ivy. This is a different breed. So these vintage guitars are meant to be direct competitors in terms of quality. Like this guitar, if you pick it up, will play every bit as well as, a $2,300 Fender Strat.
Easily.
Like, if not better.
Yeah, the pickups, I mean, you talked about the pickups, the pole staggering,
the build,
the electronics, the build,
Yeah.
There's no cheapness going on in this thing.
No, but
when you look at the price, though, you're going to be like, wow.
Right. Say that again.
Wow.
Or you could do it like, wow.
Wow.
Wait, what? That was my, what's his name?
Christopher Walken.
Thank you. Wow.
Do you want to take a guess on the price before I show everybody at home what the answer is?
Yeah, this is going to be, if it's a Fender, $648.
And the actual retail price is $479.
Oh, that's even better than I thought.
Yeah.
Yeah, so those guitars, if you look at our show when we had vintage on, it's clear that 479 guitar is a legit competitor to a $2,300, $2,500 Strat in terms of the pride and the quality that they put into every piece of it.
We did an entire show about it. Now, they are, like I said, difficult to find. If you type vintage guitar into Amazon, they will not pop up on the first page.
Now, and remember, they have
You're going to have to look for
Yeah.
vintage V6, or better yet, follow our link in the description.
That's right. And they have a UK and a United States store.
Correct.
And that's the only thing, the only reason why at the time they had a pale blue ES335 type guitar
Right.
that was only available in the UK, and that's why I didn't pull the trigger.
Yeah,
back
the
then.
UK, they have a greater selection in the UK
Yeah.
than they have here in the United States for some reason. But I'll tell
Yeah.
you what, many guests of the show are vintage guitar company endorsers, and
yeah,
man, their basses, their guitars are just unbelievable. They were at NAMM this year. They got a lot of attention. A lot of attention. So the next one, here we have another relic guitar.
Ooh, is that?
This is a company called Constar, I think. Is that what it says up there? It's obviously some kind of knockoff brand. But is it a high-end knockoff brand, or is it a low piece of crap?
$189.
Ooh, he's going low, and the actual retail price is $199.99.
I was feeling it.
Senstar Relic Stratocaster in Relic Purple.
Interesting.
And if it plays as nice as it looks,
it does look nice.
You got yourself a bargain. I don't know much about the reviews on this. I was trying to trip you up that maybe it was a high-end guitar, but it's clearly not.
Yeah, you didn't trick me that time.
I didn't get you on that one.
No.
Here's another one of the friends of the show. We had to put this one up here. This is also from my personal collection.
Bumblebee?
This is the Royale from Bootlegger.
Oh, yeah.
Which comes with an amazing deluxe hardshell case. It's plush.
Oh,
it's got Tolex cover on it, and the case is made out of solid plywood, really thick plywood.
Bootlegger is such a great guitar.
This guitar is super tricked out. It's got tap switching. It's got I forget what the kind of pickups are in there, but they're like crazy. And the center pickup is a mini humbucker too.
Yeah, that guitar. You gig with that guitar, right?
I wailed the dickens out of this thing, and it stays in tune. And all kinds of temperatures. 109 degrees on one gig, and one gig we did at MetLife Stadium was 34 degrees. Was playing with gloves. Stayed in tune. Stayed in tune the whole day. Did not give me a bit of trouble.
I love all of their guitars.
The natural wood binding is spectacular.
I think this is partly from memory, because I have two bootleggers.
Yes.
I think that's about $850.
And currently actual retail prices, and the price has not changed since I purchased this guitar about 4 or 5 years ago when they took me on as an official endorser. The answer is $799.
It is such
with
a good
the
deal.
Case.
Yeah, and
the case has got to be worth $300.
I know, and Chuck makes sure when he gave us our guitars, he would put YouTube videos of him setting up our guitars.
Yeah.
Like not our type of guitar, our actual guitars.
Before
the owner of the company
shipped it out.
Here, hold on. So here's my bootlegger. And this is an old one. This is the one that started our relationship with Chuck.
Yeah.
Because I got it on Facebook Marketplace.
You found it. Yeah, you found it used.
I got this for maybe $140. It was probably about $300.
It used to have knobs on it, but your dog ate the knobs.
That's right. This is the
during one of the interviews.
From guitar with Dave Gellis.
Dave Gellis, yeah, from Blood.
There we go.
Tears.
See the missing pot knobs?
Yeah,
they were eaten by the dog who's walking at my feet right now. But look how gorgeous this guitar is.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I mean, look, and talk about a nice bridge.
They make a lot of cool. Now this Strat type guitar is obviously tricked out and super duper Strat, but they make a lot of stuff that's sort of classic rock bluesish,
Yep.
you know. And they got some headless stuff too.
That's right.
The absinthe is, and they got a brand new model out too, and I forget the name of it. Forgive me, but it looks amazing.
And their amp, mine is.
And they sell amplifiers and pedals.
I was playing for my lady friend Message in a Bottle last few days ago.
Really?
Yeah, I had the weirdest muscle memory because unlike you, I don't have the ear that you have.
Mm-hmm.
But we played that song 40 years ago.
Right.
And I just picked up my guitar and was like, oh, that's how you play it. And I can't do it like you can. I can't feel it like you.
Yeah.
It's just my hands did what they were supposed to do because we practiced it so many times in 2 different bands I was in when the song was a new song.
Right.
But I was playing it through the bootlegger and just, those, I don't, because I don't gig, I don't play it enough, but those tubes are starting to warm up a little bit.
Mm.
And that amp,
this is starting to break in. That's the sweet spot.
It is.
Our next guitar up for bids is this one. This is a Fender Custom Shop. That tells you right automatically that is a reproduction.
Right.
From the Custom Shop. Now, the Custom Shop models are not cheap.
No.
This is a modeled after a 1954 Nocaster. It does not say Telecaster on the headstock.
Interesting. But it's from Fender's Custom Shop?
Yes. What's that going to set you back?
1,200.
And the answer is $54.25.
I wouldn't pay it.
$54.25, all beat up and everything.
I'm not going to pay Fender to do a fake beat up guitar.
Yeah.
I would go straight to our friends at Vintage for that.
And get
I would not do that.
Tellies. They have relic tellies for
I mean
the same price range as that V6.
No, like
maybe less even.
I mean, $5,400 for a fake? No, very disappointing. Very disappointing.
Hey, here's a guitar you may recognize. I only put this in just because the price is so crazy. There's no way you'll be able to guess what the price is.
All right, let's see.
This guitar went on auction at Sotheby's.
Oh, I read about this one.
Commanded a crap ton of money. This is a screen used Van Halen, his own Kramer Beretta with the hockey stick headstock and the whole thing. But it was featured in a video, Hot for Teacher. So this is the Hot for Teacher, the actual guitar from the Hot for Teacher video.
I think only because I read about this, but I'm not remembering the amount. I think it sold for about $500,000.
The actual retail price at auction. Get ready. $3.9 million.
Wow. I read that wrong.
So for a cool $3.9 million in, I don't know, $39.32 actually is the actual price. April 19th, 2023, set a big record. Wow. And somebody has this in their collection and had FU money to buy it. And good for them.
I mean, I got killed out in the bid, like halfway through the bidding. I couldn't do it.
I think the range they were expecting was no more than $1 million.
Yeah, I mean,
I think the range was 700,000 to like $1 million. That's what they're.
I'm gonna guess that they underestimated the love and power of Eddie.
Yeah.
I mean,
and combine that with money, and you got some super fan out there or a private collector, whatever. I mean, will this thing go up in value? I mean, it's certainly iconic. And
I have to think that the panel show we did probably has some impact on the market.
Oh, absolutely. It would have been only, $3.9 million, but they got an extra $32K out of the guy.
Yeah.
Just because of our show.
I think you're right.
So one of our guests who I love musically and as a person sent me a CD last week, and I want to share that with everybody. This is Anthony Gomes.
Ooh.
Who signed it for me.
Look at that.
This is a High Voltage Blues record. He's got others, but this is like my favorite songs are on here. And I've been listening to this like crazy, and I wish I had a CD player in my car, but no fear. I just bought it off of iTunes or whatever, and I got it. So I got 2 copies.
I love it.
Digital, one non-digital. Fantastic stuff.
I love it. All right. I got two for you. I'm going to turn the tables on you, my friend. I don't know if you remember.
Mm-hmm.
This is a 1937. It is a
Orpheum or something, was it?
Orpheum. Yep.
Yeah.
It's got.
Did we ever figure out how much that guitar is actually worth? I know what you paid for it.
Oh, you do? All
I
right.
remember, yeah. You got it was like at a garage sale kind of just sitting there.
$25.
It's $25. It's a great piece of art. I don't know if it'll play.
Well, here, check this out. Look how one of the features is that this is separate.
Oh,
So
okay. So it's
in
coming
most
apart.
guitars, believe it or not, the back is connected.
Yeah, that
But
might
one of
make
the
a big
features
difference.
of the 1970s, look at that.
It's got a wah-wah pedal on the back.
It does. It really, the things you could do with the sound.
So if it was in a good condition, what would be the
So
value?
the guy I bought it from said it would cost $500 to fix it up, and when you're done, it would be worth $500.
Oh, I got you.
So, so I thought, you know what, $25. It's going to hang on my wall. The action's about 7 inches off the body.
Oh dear,
Yeah,
you
I'll
can
show
cut
you.
cheese with it. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. The action is 2/3 of an inch, I'd say, which for back then probably wasn't that bad.
No.
Because that's when people are tougher than we are now.
And we have a new bit coming up because since nobody guessed the guest,
Yeah,
that bit's done. Nobody figured out guess the guest.
right.
It was this young man. The answer to guess the guest that nobody got, that is Rudy Sarzo.
I love that.
That's
Now,
his passport photo when he came from
from
Cuba
Cuba.
to America.
Now, do you remember when I sent
And
you a
I must add that we used it with his permission.
Yes. Now, do you remember about 4 or 5 weeks ago? I was driving. I think I was on the. You wouldn't know where I was, but I was on the turnpike, and I have Sirius. I think classic rewind on.
Right?
Quiet Riot comes on,
Yeah.
and I took a picture of that song because we're listening to a Guitar Tales guest on Sirius, and I was just so
Oh yeah.
touched by that.
We have a couple of famous people been on the show.
Yeah,
Yeah, for
it
sure.
was very cool.
The other bit, now this is going to mute our audio, but I'll just play the little clip
Okay.
and then we could talk about what the hell this is because we need your help, everybody. Guitar Tales case files. What the hell is that, Dave?
Oh, that is. Why don't you tell us, Scott?
Oh, okay. So we want to hear stories from you guys. So is it a bad gig story? Is it a nightmare piece of equipment? Did you meet your wife at a gig? You know, some kind of story, a guitar tale.
Look
a
at
case
you.
file.
Look at you.
That we could put on our case files and talk about it on the show. Your story. We'll talk about, you know, who sent it in.
Hey,
And
hey,
tell the
Scott.
story. And better yet,
Yeah.
if you want to, if you're not camera shy, we'll stick you in one of these little boxes on the screen here, and you can
Show
tell
me
the
again.
story.
Show us again, Scott. Thank you. And hey,
You can
Scott.
tell the story yourself.
Hey, Scott. Do we have any presence on social media where people could contact us?
Oh God, all over the place. Well, you can get us on Instagram. You can instant message me through our page. There's all kinds of links, you know, email links and so forth.
Until it's banned, are we on
or
TikTok?
you can just, yes, we're still on TikTok.
Yeah.
Still on TikTok.
Are we on Facebook?
We are.
All
And of
righty.
course, all the pods.
And
That's
the gram.
what I'm
The
saying.
gram, as the little kids call it.
Podcasts.
Yeah. So, yeah, that would be kind of fun. We did it once. And if you remember, Charlie Jacobson,
Yep.
he talked about, he gave us a little story about his telly, right?
Yes, absolutely.
And yeah, he had a telly.
So if you got a cool story you want to tell us, like meeting somebody famous or I don't know, whatever you want, whatever you think's
Yeah,
interesting.
it could be gear.
Yep.
Yeah, I remember a million years ago I was at Red Bank Music getting I think an amp fixed, and I was so tickled when one of the guys said, "Hey, do you have the Springsteen amp?" Not to me, but to someone else. And you know, I was all bright eyed. I'm like, "Are you fixing a Bruce Springsteen amp?" He's like, "Yeah, shut up, kid. Of course we are." And but stories like that, or gig stories, anything you want, because we talk about gear, people, music, your song. You know,
Yep.
we've had a few stories on Guitar Tales where someone lost a musician to a poacher. And and the poacher, by the way, has appeared in a few stories, and I will not name names, even though if you want to dig into our archives, you'll find it. But it could be that if you were poached, right?
Yeah.
If you were the poachee, if you said, you know what, I'm jumping ship.
Yeah, exactly.
But anything you want, and we can chat about it. But yeah, go into the guitar files.
And we'll be cooking up some new shows. We're going to do a drummers episode. We're going to give drummers their due.
Yep.
As you know, I started off as a drummer. My dad was a drummer. I still have my drums from when I got from Christmas downstairs in my studio that I'm about ready to shoot some videos playing once I get my chops back.
Very good. And our Who panel show.
Yes, we're going to do a Who show.
Yeah.
We don't know who's going to be on the Who show, but we have a good idea of some of the people we want to have on.
We have a 6-year-old commitment that we haven't cashed yet.
Yeah.
So if that comes through, we have a really cool one with some Who contacts. But we will be doing all things Who. And I told Scott, not that everyone listening is invited, but I'm doing a Who party this summer.
Nice.
It'll be all Who.
All Who music. Try to say that 10 times fast. And I just want to give a quick shout out to the great Greg Bissonette, drummer, for many things. David Lee Roth Band, and he's touring with Ringo this summer again. We asked him to be on the drummer show, and he graciously said he's going to be too busy touring with Ringo, which is understandable.
Yep.
And maybe we can have him do a short little
promo,
cameo or a promo or something.
Yeah.
Because one of the things we want to do is we want to have each of the drummers in the panel tell their favorite drummer joke.
I love that.
Maybe we'll have Greg do a drummer joke and send it in to us.
I love that idea.
And that wouldn't be so tough. You could just point the phone at his face. He's humorous. He's cool. He's a great guy. I got to meet him years ago at a drum clinic. But too busy to do any interviews. He did a lot of interviews during COVID. He said he just quickly realized once he got busy again, he can't do all these interviews, which is totally understandable. But I thank him from the bottom of my heart by reaching out to me personally, and
which is very
cool. But it was nice to have a quick chat with him. Yeah. Anyway, Dave, that's our show for this evening.
Say goodnight, Gracie.
Good night, Gracie. Let's end our show with let's see. Two artists that play the vintage company guitars.
I love it.
Here we go.
All right.
Hey, everybody.
Hey, what's up? Jeremy here.
Ryan here. And where are we, Jeremy?
We are at Mohegan Sun in Lucasville,
Connecticut.
And surrounding
communities. So we're here to tell you we're having a great show tonight. We're going to have a great show tonight.
Wait. Who do we play with?
Ace Frehley.
We play with Ace Frehley.
We do play with Ace Frehley. And we're here to tell you to go watch Guitar Tales with
Dave Cohen.
Our favorite show. We love it. We've been on there. It's a good time. Those guys are good. A lawyer.
And a pharmacist.
You
know what that means? They got way more money than us.
They sure do. Don't be in a band. Be a pharmacist or a lawyer. We love you guys. Bye.